Yeah. Yeah. So, till the last session, we have dealt with this SAS backend process. So, what comes out of SAS backend process. So now we'll start the actual coding. So, the first step of coding is data step. Okay, where sorry, data step normally starts with the keyword called data. Okay, so so whenever you start something in terms of data step, it always starts with a keyword called data. So that's the reason it glows in a you know deep blue color or dark blue color. So next thing is data step consists of group of statements. So in terms of that SAS language, so it can read both in terms of both raw data and then and the existing data set. Okay, so raw data can be in terms of data lines or uh, or or in terms of data from external source or in terms of existing data set like right we have done it right SAS dot class in that way. Okay, so normally
Okay.
data step is mostly useful for the initial process the initial processing of of the of our analysis in terms of data access and data management, these two. So first we have to we have to access the data, and then in terms of data management. So it consists of few steps. First thing is retrieving the data in terms of can be a raw data or can be data lines. So mostly data lines is just for a it's just for a uh, you know for a purpose to know actually how can we deal with raw data, but mostly we'll in real time we'll just always retrieve data in terms of files from a files from the external source. The next one is checking errors, validating, and correcting SAS code. So, for example, if we get any kind of syntax errors or logical errors, we'll just deal with that, and based on the errors, we'll correct the code. The next one is create we can create new variables, compute their values, create new data sets from the we can create new data sets from the from the existing SAS data sets, manipulating, reshaping data, generating, and printing data. Okay, so manipulating and reshaping data is nothing but once we have the data, so based on our based on our analysis, how do we change the data? Okay, into what? So in so for example, if you want to apply some functions, if you want to apply if we want to apply some summary functions, summary some other conditions and all, we can do that in terms of so that comes in terms of manipulating, and ultimately that's that helps once you apply those, ultimately that helps in reshaping the data. Okay, so at the end, once we have the summarized data, so we know so we do it in order to see the to look into the summarized data, we print it. Okay, so these are all things which we can do with the help of data step. Okay, always remember data step will always start with the keyword called data. Okay, so here it is. So whenever we want to mention any kind of data of our own on the on our SAS screen, so we have to mention in terms of data lines. Okay, so so this one. Okay, so we have to write data. I'll just write it down here. Data, data set name. Okay, in file. So in file. So in terms of in file, we have either in file either we can mention. So if the data is in is in the external file location, we have to mention the external file location and its name, or else, or else, if you are, if you're creating data on our own on the SAS, on the SAS window, we have to write data lines. Okay, data lines, input, input. It's our choice of column names. Just copying it here. So in terms of input, we have mentioned ID, name.
Rajiv, if you are taking Excel sheet from the desktop or somewhere, in that case, input is still required to be mentioned?
Sir, I'll just go with one by one, sir. Okay, no Excel,
Okay.
we can't deal with in some other time. Okay. So, but for,
Hmm.
back, this is the basic, sir. So, once we're, done with the basic, then we can go into Excel files. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So here it is input. So in input, we are considering few variables. Okay. So, based on the data. So our data is in this way. So the first thing is, we have named this one as ID. We have named the second column as name. So in terms of that, so this first column is numeric and the second one is
Alphabet.
character. So
Character.
always, yeah, always,
Type.
uh, sorry.
Type is character.
Yeah,
Yes.
type is character, exactly. So as you know, we have only two types of data type. So we have only two types in SAS. One is character, other one is numeric. So first one is numeric, and second one is character. Okay. So always
Yeah.
remember to mention dollar after character. So whenever you mention a character variable, always it should be followed with a dollar. Okay. So
Any
if
specific reason for that?
so, it's a SAS naming convention. So that's it.
Hmm.
Yeah. So it should be always followed with a dollar. Okay. Just to have a differentiation between ID and name. So ID is the numeric. So SAS considers that as a numeric
If something is alphanumeric also, then also we should keep
dollar. Yeah.
dollar.
Yeah. Dollar.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you observe that this particular variable, this particular data column has a character data, then you have to mention dollar. Okay. Otherwise, it can't read. And the second thing is, for example, if you want to mention even ID has a numeric data, but still you want to mention that as a dollar, that to be, you want to consider that to be a character data, then you can simply mention a dollar here. Okay. So this will be, this will get, converted to a normal character data. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And age, sex, and salary. Okay. So after that, we have to mention this statement called data lines. Only if you are creating your own data on the SAS window, you have to mention data lines twice, here and here, after the infile statement and after the input statement.
Mhm.
Okay. And then your data lines, if you observe carefully, your data lines will be in terms of light yellow color. I mean, brownish with yellow background. So here it is very light, but in terms of um, other SAS applications, it will be no light brown with yellow background. Okay, yellow background. So once you type data lines semicolon and then start writing your data items or records. So that will come under background of yellow with yellow background on it. The letters will be in light brown color. Okay. So just to show that these are unique. That's it. Okay. Yeah. So we got the data lines in this way. So if you observe carefully, so we have if you see this, as we know, as we discussed in previous sessions, that um, numeric is always
Will be right
right
aligned
aligned,
and character will be left
left
aligned.
aligned, right. So that's called a simple, how do we write uh, column names in terms of variable or character. Okay. So now the thing is, whenever you mention this name, age, sex, salary, and ID, these column names, okay, the default it will take a length of 8 characters. Okay, so 8 characters in the sense, if we have, if this ID has, 8 characters length, 8 characters of length, so it will take, it's sorry, it will take first 8 characters, and this name, if the name has 8 characters of length, it will take 8 characters of length. So until 8 characters, it will read the data. So after that, we have to mention our own length. Okay, our own possible length. So we can mention our length in terms of, in this way: name $10, or else, we can mention in this way: name 10 dot. I mean, so as we already mentioned dollar here, so post that we can mention 10 dot. 10 dot in the sense length. So it should always end with a dot. So 10 means a length. So until 8, it reads all the characters. So for example, if you have a data above 8 characters, then we have to mention our lengths. Okay, length in the sense 10. Okay, 10 or 9, anything above 8 can be mentioned here. Okay, but in terms of numeric, the default is 8. Okay, but in terms
Uh,
of
there
character, we
was
can.
uh, there was some other challenge also, no? That if it is more than 10, sometimes even in the down also it was taking 10 characters as name, and to avoid that you were doing something different. What was that?
Which one, sir? I didn't get you.
For example, now name dollar, you are keeping 10.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Hmm.
So in the first line, assume that it is 10 alphabets. In the down also, it was taking D25, F25 also consideration up to the 10 characters, and we were having a misalignment in the data, right? So to avoid that, you have done something last time, which I could not recollect.
Just a moment, sir. Yeah, actually, those are nothing but, no, those are other. 1 second, sir. My laptop is nothing. So those are nothing but um, actually, those are modifiers, sir. Okay. So modifiers, which we'll go through in the next upcoming sessions. Okay, that's for the data.
Hmm.
Okay, just a
No,
moment.
but you understood my query.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just give me a moment, sir. My laptop is not, it's not getting charged. Just a moment. Just a second, sir. Yeah. 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 Those are all input modifiers. So that we're gonna go through that in detail in the upcoming sessions. So we all use those, whenever we have data not aligned in this way. No, no. So here, if you see the the data with is aligned with, with each and every spaces, right? So normally SAS reads these spaces. Okay, so if it you know you know either if it either reaches this length of 8, or end of a specific record, if it reads the space, then it reads that okay, so this is the end of this particular record. Go to the next record in that way. Okay, so it reads spaces at the end of the so it reads either 8 or the specified length or the um, space as the end of the as the end of the record, and then jumps to the next record. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So once we use there's a procedure we normally use it for to print the data, which proc print data equal to dataset name run. Have, okay. So we got the data in terms in the results window and then in the output window. Okay. Yeah. So first thing is as we know as we have already went to the data step naming rules. The first thing is we'll start with the data step options. Okay. Data step options. Okay. Yeah. The first option is keep option. So keep option is nothing but no. So for example, whichever variables, no, whichever columns of variables you want to keep in the output data set. Okay. So as you know, no, there's the output data set. Okay. So this is what we are mentioning. So this is what we are mentioning all the data lines and its column names. Okay. But we want to but in the but in this DS1 output data set, we only want name and salary. Okay. If we run this, I only end up getting name and salary as the output column names. Okay, output variable names. Okay. So in that way, for example, I already created I already forgot to just remove the forgot to remove the other variables, and I remember it now, and now I want to just remove the variables. Okay, I'll just mention directly. So as you know, this is the data set which we have generated already. So using the set statement, we can do it, right? So uh, data DS1 set DS. So set in the sense uh, we have already we already have a data set. So with the help of set statement, we are creating another data set. And if we apply option in this way, so option in the sense, so option should always start with the bracket, end with the bracket, then keep equal to, so keep equal to all other variables in this way. Okay.
Rajiv, just to stop you here,
Mhm.
um, now whatever that we are doing, if we want it to be saved, okay, what should we be doing?
So you,
We have
you,
created a library, so we can keep that library name dot the original file name and it will get saved.
yes, exactly. If you want to save these data sets, then you have to consider library name dot this data set name. Okay.
Okay,
Or
and when
else
we are calling, that is only in the starting with, for
yeah,
example, if you
yeah,
go up
yeah. To
in
create a library, we can just start at the at the top, and then we can call anytime in the same session. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Only if you observe that this is this dataset is mandatory for you to use in the upcoming session, I mean upcoming practice work, then you have then you can save it. Otherwise, it will be in the work folder.
When we mention the library name and then dot, we do we need to save it or by default it will get saved?
By default, say default. Once you run it, it'll be it'll be saved automatically in the particular library location.
Because I was doing something, I have created the library also and I put the dot as well.
Mhm.
But after And I attended the RRP session, and then when I came back,
Uh-huh.
it was not saved. So I got little confused.
Okay. So
Hey Rajiv,
yes, ma'am.
yeah, I also have one question, but I will ask like last, like
Okay,
after
okay.
the session. Yeah.
Uh, yeah. So libraries. Um, I have these libraries.
Hmm.
For example, if I consider this one, want to save this one. Okay, you say here. Okay, so I just go through this. This has start. I have DS1A. So this what you're mentioning, right, sir?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm. No, no, whatever that we do below that, everything will get saved, or only this
No, no, no.
particular one
Only
only?
sir, no. Only one. Only you mentioned that. Only if you mention that, that will be saved.
Hmm.
Yeah. If you know if you don't mention library dot some data set name, it won't be saved, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
No, whatever the manipulations that we are doing with the
Mm-hmm.
DSL1A, all
Mm-hmm.
those would be saved, or only the one where we are keeping the library name, only that will be saved?
So if you want to do the manipulation on this DS1A, you have to always mention library name dot DS1A.
Hmm.
Yeah. So else no.
So when now in
Else.
the same case,
Mm-hmm.
in the line 59, for example, now 58, you have kept the library name, and
Uh-huh.
in 59, set if you are mentioning without library name the DS. So, but DS we have not saved, but still it will retrieve the data.
Yes, sir. Because
Hmm.
DS is in the work folder. Okay, so
Hmm.
it is working in the current session. It will work only if you
Yeah, but
want
in
to.
the next session, when we click DS1A, we will have the data of it because DS is not saved. So
So
then there will be the data.
we have saved DS1A in the library, right? We can call it
Yeah.
we can call it whenever we want. In terms of if, for example, if you want to call this DS1A, just mention SAS underscore strt dot ds1a. Just like we have mentioned this sasab dot class, right? Sasab dot class is nothing but it's a predefined library and a dataset given to us by SAS. The same thing
Hmm.
we have stored our own dataset in our in our created library. Okay, we can call it
Hmm.
whenever we want. I'm calling it. I'm running it. So I get the same data.
Okay.
Yeah. So we can save it anywhere on no, we can call it anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And the next, yeah. So for example, I'm calling this data set a raw data set from an external source. Okay. So I have stored a raw data set in a SAS library .txt file, and I'm calling it. So just like data lines, I'm mentioning here and location with its file name dot extension. Okay, and I mentioned the input. So for example, if you want to view the file, so this is sample one which I have created. So this is the data which I created in the this particular sample dot no this particular txt file. Okay, I'm just no pulling no I'm just no extracting this file into the SAS. Okay, while
Mhm.
extracting in the infile statement, I'm mentioning this SAS location with the file name and its extension. Okay, so in the input, I'm mentioning all the all the input, all the the variable names which I want to consider for the particular data. Okay, and then after that I'm just run, that's it. So as is so once I run it, second, oh sorry, to show you without this one. Once I run it, I get the data. Okay, I got the data, the same data which I have read through data lines. I'm even reading through them. No, I'm even reading the same data with the help of an external file, the same data. So the same thing
Okay.
happens. Once you apply the options, once I apply this keep option here, it only consider name and name and salary, name and salary.
So other columns will be removed.
Exactly, because we have opted in the keep option. Okay. So
Okay.
keep option. So just remember, ma'am. Just remember that one, ma'am. So whichever comes in terms of without the brackets, those are statements in terms of infile statement, input statement. Whichever starts at the start of the code and ends with the semicolon, that's called statement.
Mhm.
And and after statement, if you use any kind of other keywords, that will be even blue. So those are called options. And here the in terms of dataset options, we'll keep them in brackets. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's syntax. Okay. Yeah, same thing. So if you use proc import, okay. Yeah. So we need Excel file here. So moment. Have Excel file. Yeah. For example, if I'm considering this particular help.excel XLSX data set. Okay. Okay. So these things out, DPMS, replace and all, we'll discuss about this, while we go through proc import separately. But for now, just remember, we can even import directly without the help of input statement in terms of Excel files. Okay,
We don't have to like require this one input and ID name and stuff.
exactly,
Yeah.
because if you see in Excel files, we have all the data in terms of cells, right? So in
Mm-hmm.
cells, we mention all the information. The first line will be the it will be the header. I mean, which have all the the variable names. So SAS
Mm-hmm.
automatically considers the first line to be the variable names.
Okay.
Okay. So if you don't if personally if the programmer don't want to consider the first line to be the variable names, then we have other options to not to consider the first line as a variable names. Okay. So we don't want to see it now while going to proc import. Now we'll discuss all those.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Rajiv,
Yes.
for importing Excel, we don't have to start with the data.
That's what, sir. I know we have a separate thing called procedure called
Okay.
proc import. Okay.
So for text, we are not using that, only for
No,
Excel or
exactly.
anything else
Because
also.
text, we have text in the sense we are text from we are mentioning separately. Okay, only we have name. Okay, one second. Yeah, so yeah, for
Even
text,
Word document also, we'll use proc only.
um, no Word document. No, we can use infile statement. Word document we yeah no even no even Word document we can use infile statement.
So
So
for Word document, we have to like require
no,
like input.
yes, ma'am. So whenever you see the data doesn't have any kind of what do you call it, these even if you mention input no even if you mention column names in the in the particular file, but we still can't but no but even if you read it, it will still it's still consider that as a uh, observation or the record. So for all those files we use infile statement. Okay.
Mhm.
So we'll use this infile statement for .txt files or any kind of any kind of a delimited files. I'll show you, ma'am. I'll show you. In terms of CSV file, we can just help. with the help of with the help of infer statement, um, txt files, tab limited files. If you see here, we have imported all this data. So in this help.xlsx, so we have this data. Okay, if you want to view this data, I'll just download this one.
So from desktop also directly we can do it, or compulsory we have to first upload in this and
Yeah,
then only we can.
because there's a web-based application, we have to upload it in the SAS Studio. Then we have download. Then we have to fetch it. So there's a data present in the Excel file. Okay, so if you see here, the first line have the, because everything is aligned. Everything is aligned.
We are
The
unable
first.
to see your other screen.
Oh, okay. 1 second. Yeah. How about now, sir? Can you see my screen?
No, we can see the original code
Okay.
SAS
Yeah,
Studio,
I
but
can
not
see.
the Excel.
And how about now?
Now
Now
it
we
is.
can see.
Yeah. Okay. See this one. So we have all the names, sex, age, height and weight. So this is what data. So if you see this one, the first column, the first line is, the first row is column names. So SAS automatically automatically considers the first row to be a column names.
Mhm.
Okay, because this completely aligned. It has no, it doesn't have any kind of a delimiters, any kind of a space something. It's it's completely aligned. That's what Excel in terms of Excel, we can directly happily use proc import. Okay. Yeah.
Why replace and other things are also there in the code? Can you explain the code completely?
So that's what I mean, I told you, right? So proc import is a is a separate session, which I'm going to take you through all these TPMS replace, all of the options. Okay. For now,
So
I'm just yes, sir.
you will teach at a later stage, you will say.
Exactly. Yeah. In the
Huh.
in the upcoming sessions, in the forthcoming
Okay.
sessions. Yeah.
Okay.
For now, it's just to know, it's just to know. It's just an FYI. That's it.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. So even here we can happily mention our keep statement. So so once we have this out equal to work.ds, so out equal to ds, we can mention whatever the variable names which we require directly. So in that way, we'll be getting only this. What happened? Sal is not there. Mention right.
Yes, perfect.
We got
Data height.
sorry. Ma'am?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got name and height. Okay. Yeah. So that is a keep option. So keep in brackets, keep equal to the our required column names. Same thing with the drop.
Mhm.
So whichever we want to drop, so those we can mention here. So those will be dropped, and the rest will be shown in the output data set. Okay, we run this one. So we have ID, name, sex, age, and sal. So we want to drop name and salary, and rest I want those and the rest which are ID, sex, and age will be in the DS2 data set, in the output data set.
Yeah.
Yeah, ID, sex, and age.
Mm.
Yeah. Same thing happens for these two also. So once you Yeah. So, once you created a data set, and then we want to drop our new variables, I mean those variables, then we can directly use this set data set name and then data. Drop the variables. Okay, we got ID section age. Okay. The same thing happens for the for the existing data system. Sorry, for the existing txt file. And same thing for the proc import. I mean, in terms of in terms of XLSX file. So here we have used DS. Here we have DSB. This one. So we have got another here.
Is there a way that only columns are being dropped if we don't want some rows to be also not to be dropped or keep? Can we do that also?
Yeah, we can do the even those. No, so that will come in the in the later sessions. In this session we
Okay.
have few. In the later we can even deal with the proc import also.
Okay.
So this is what we have. Okay, so that is drop.
If there are any missing data, we can drop that
Yeah,
rows also,
yeah,
columns
yeah.
also.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And next thing is rename. So if you want to if you want to rename a particular variable, okay, a variable. Rename a particular variable. Okay. So we can directly use same thing in this way, but here the change is the syntax is in this way. So it is uh, data set name. After it, open the brackets, rename, and then equal to, and then again we have to open the brackets, and then, for example, if you're if you're if you want to rename sex equal to gender, then sex equal to gender, and then space the other one, sal equal to salary. So in this way, you can just rename how many variables you want to rename in the same way, just by just by applying space, the original name equal to the renamed name. Once you rename this one, to run it, now we'll get the renamed values. I mean, the renamed variable names. So your gender and dimension income, yeah, income. So we have income. Okay, clear, ma'am?
Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing, so if you are just pulling the data from an external source, we can mention the same thing here. Gender and income. Yeah. The same thing for the existing data sets. So anything, so it can be an existing data set or the external source or the or the current data set with the with the data lines. So anything, it will have data and data set name. So once you see it has a data, it has a data and data set name, just just mention these options. That's it. Okay. Yeah. And the next one is where option. So where is something where you want to apply a condition for the particular data. Okay. So condition can be anything. So you want to pull something specific from the data set. Okay. So I want to pull all the data, all the male data. Okay, all the male data. I'm directly pulling. And so with the help of where statement. So even the where has same kind of syntax like rename. So data set name, okay, brackets open, where equal to where equal to the brackets open, sex equal to M. So here, why did I use this quotation marks? Okay, single quotes. Thing is, whenever you want to retrieve any kind of a character data, you should know, you should always mention the the particular character data in terms of single quotes. And
We
if it,
want the like only male data, not the female data. So
yeah, yes, ma'am, yeah. And other one is, uh, whenever you mention in the in the conditional statements, whenever you're mentioning, so which kind of data you want. Okay, so if the if the kind of data is a character data, it should be always in single quotes. Okay, ma'am. Okay, sir.
mm,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this word. So that's equal to m, then brackets close. Once you run this one, it's pretty simple.
Just a minute. Here,
Yes,
here,
yes.
why are you use? Okay, okay, fine. Got it.
Okay. The same thing. Yeah. If you, you see this one, I want to consider from the existing data set, I want to consider age greater than or equal to 23.
23.
Okay.
Okay.
So if you see here, I don't have quotes here because it's a numeric data. For numeric,
Mm,
quotes are not required, but for character, quotes are required. Just remember
okay.
this simple trick, ma'am. Actually, it's it's defined rule. Okay. Whenever you use a conditional statements, you have to mention quotes for characters and no quotes for numeric variables. Okay.
Okay.
Numeric data. And now, so if I want to use multiple conditions, so where I want data with equal to 23 age and male data, M data. Okay. I'm just using where age equal to 23 and because and it just gives you the both the combination, true
Mm,
combination of best, no true combination of particular condition. We got so both data which have both male data and age 23. So so we only have one record. It seems.
yeah.
We will have one record. Okay. So in this way, we can mention whichever condition we want. For example, I have for example, I want to mention multiple multiple conditions. Okay, multiple data conditions. Okay. Yeah. For example, I want to mention multiple conditions. So I want to retrieve only IDs with 001 and 004. So I mentioned in. So whenever so if you see here, observe here, ma'am, see here, sir. Thing is, so I have used equal to whenever I have a single variable, single data, okay, to be pulled. But whenever I require multiple data points to be pulled, I know I use. So we have to always use in in data points in close brackets. Okay. For example, I want data ds brackets open where then brackets open id. Okay. So here I'm considering multiple data points. So I'll use this in option and then so 001 comma 004. So brackets close, brackets to brackets. So if you see here, you have three brackets open, three brackets close.
Mm,
Okay. Yeah. So I use where ID in this so data points. So I have used this external file and then input and then ran the code. So I got 1 and 4 as the data points.
If we forget one of the bracket, it will by default take it,
throw
or it will
no,
throw
it's
an
throw an
error.
let us check. I'm not sure,
Syntax
but
error.
yeah. So yeah, yes, sir. No, it'll be a syntax error, no syntax error, but it'll just show us missing. No, it'll just directly show us the missing thing. Okay,
Uh-huh.
whatever we have, no, whatever we are missing it'll just show us. Okay, then we get
Okay.
to know it is a bracket error. We'll just put a bracket here. So always make sure always make sure that whenever you have just count on the just count on the opening brackets, count on the closing brackets. Whenever you have a multiple brackets using for a system, used for a particular data, always count on the opening and closing brackets. Yeah. So always make sure that you don't have much no red marks in the log, because sometimes in real time in the MNCs, people ask for logs. Okay, just to check how well the code has run. Okay, if they see number of multiple errors in the code in terms of in terms of our our statements and options where we use personally, so it considered as a simple disregard for the programmer. In terms of the programmer is not doing that well. He's not using the code properly. Okay, so always make sure that the the red marks will be as minimal as possible. The log. Okay, and the next statement is label. So sorry, option. So this option, label option, is used to assign a label to a particular data set. Okay, it is simple. Where data set name and then label equal to some label name. So I'm using data set. Okay, that's it. Yeah. Here I have used label equal to sample. So I have mentioned DS1, DS7 dataset to be sample.
What exactly it is doing, I could not understand.
Yeah.
So it just an alternate name to a particular dataset. That's it. Nothing more than that.
That why we have to use label. Even normally also we can use set, and we can change it, right?
Yeah, we can change it. Label is something that, for example,
So now the file name is sample or DS7.
no,
What
no,
exactly?
it's not sample, sir. It's just DS7. Okay, it's
Then
just
what
DS7.
exactly sample is doing then?
So sample, if you see here, we have label here. So label,
Hmm.
we always mention, a description of a particular data set. Okay, for
Label
example,
is the description of a data set.
so yeah, we can take in that way. So in terms of label, we can mention some kind of a simple description for a data set. For example,
Okay.
so I have took it as DS7 as per the naming, as per our system, as per our, as per our, for example, if a particular company has a data set, has a data set naming convention, that you shouldn't, do anything beyond that. For example, that company has a naming convention in this way, D underscore, you have, so they say that, you have to use D underscore S underscore, the number. Okay,
Hmm.
that is the data set number. So in that case, if you mention a label equal to sample, so at that time, whenever you refer to that label, or else whenever you want to see what kind of data set is it, just if you just run this proc contents. Okay, proc contents procedure, which we're gonna go through it in the upcoming sessions, regarding proc content. But now, so it'll just throw you a label name stating that sample. Then you can know that, so it's a sample data set. Okay,
Prompt
whichever.
content is mandatory to know
Yeah,
what label it is,
so proc
right?
contents, sorry.
proc content statement is mandatory to see what label it is.
Yeah, so we have discussed this one, right, sir, at the at the
Hmm.
first sessions. So pro
Hmm.
content we use this for to know the contents of a particular data set, right? The same thing. So whatever the data set have, its label, its observations, variables, length, and so all the stuff, it will come in the in this in this contents procedure. Okay. So label, we get to know that this particular thing, this particular data set has a label called sample. So with that, we get to know the what is the work of this data set. Okay.
So if we have not like mentioned it, so what will happen?
Sorry, ma'am. If we
Like,
haven't,
like yeah, if we haven't like
if we haven't
labels.
mentioned it, no, it'll be blank. That's it, ma'am. It's not
Okay.
mandatory. So I
Okay.
said
Yeah.
it right. Companies have their own naming conventions in terms of data sets. So at that time, it'll be difficult for you, to just know about the data, right? So
Okay.
in that way, so at that time, if you mention label equal to some label name, so it'll help it'll eventually help you to know what is the data set usage.
Okay.
Okay, what is it about? For example, in terms of clinical data. So if you're considering this particular data set as a trial or test data, so
Hmm.
you have mentioned some name, some other name.
Okay, it is I mentioned like let's say trial data, so I can easily like differentiate between like
Exactly.
if
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. Yeah. In terms of differentiation in terms of know about a particular data set for all yeah. No, you can mention
Okay.
this
Okay.
label statement.
Hmm.
Sorry, label option.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, sir. So these are what so actually there are many many more data step options, sorry, no data step options, but these are there's some important options which we have went through. Okay. So
Okay.
keep, rename, where, label and all. Any questions, sir, in terms of these options?
No.
Any questions, ma'am, in terms of these options?
No.
No.
Okay. Sir, ma'am, are you on laptop or attending through
Yeah.
mobile?
Laptop.
Yeah. Laptop. Yeah.
Okay. I'll give you just simple question. Just solve me that and give me the code as soon as possible. Okay. I have this data set. I'll just put it in the chat.
Okay.
Just copy that one. And here I wanted to find out a simple logic here. Okay. Um, um, so I want the data to have only the male data with age more than 21. Sorry, no, with age more than 23. Okay,
More than
yeah,
23. Okay.
yeah, with age no greater than or equal to 23, and then
Hmm.
and I need only the male data. I mean the M data. Um, even I need only this uh, and only ID equal to specifically ID specifically with okay. Let, no, let me type all these question. Okay.
Yeah.
Code to find out.
In chat.
Yeah, in chat.
Okay.
You can see my chat window, right, ma'am?
Yeah. Yeah. I can. I can.
To find out ID ID as 001, comma 003 and section section M and age greater than 23, and at last I want only and only and in the output data set, I need ID 6, ID 6, name and age. Okay. So this is the question, sir. Yeah. If you are on laptop, please give me the answer for this one. No. Okay.
Good.
I'll just be back in 5 minutes, ma'am. Yeah.
Here in the data set, you need all the four variables, right? So what is the point? There is by default it would be four or five. Okay.
I need only ID, sex,
Okay,
name,
salary you don't need. Okay, fine.
age. Okay. Yeah.
Rajiv, ID you want from 001 to 003 or only you want 001 and 003?
Hello. Done,
Yeah,
ma'am?
hello.
Done, sir?
Rajiv, as
Yes.
per your statement,
Mm-hmm.
ideally no answer will come because
Hmm.
male above 23, no one is there.
Okay.
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 So nothing will come as an output.
So no output, sir.
Obviously, above 23, there is no male
Okay.
at all.
Okay. So do in this way, sir. No, greater
No,
than or
this is
equal
the
to.
male 23. It's like there, right?
Yeah,
ABC
yeah,
male.
yeah. Okay, then do in this one, sir. No, just do alternatively in this way. Greater than or equal to.
Yeah, greater
Made
than
greater
equal to,
than or
then it
equal.
will come.
Okay. This no,
Yeah,
just send me the code, ma'am, sir.
But
1
I am
minute.
getting error.
Oh, okay. What kind of error is it, sir?
I don't know. It is not showing. Let me run again.
Just do it greater than or equal to.
It is showing for particularly for the sex is invalid. It is showing invalid option name sex. Can I share my screen?
Yeah, sure, sure. Or else, just send me the code and the error, sir. That'll be fine.
Yeah. Sending only the error to you. This is the error I am getting. Can you tell me where the error is?
Yeah, just a moment, sir. Yeah. So where's the chat window? Yeah, if you see here, the thing is it is in a what do you call the brackets. So you have written end out of brackets, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I put starting before drop one bracket and at the end one bracket, then it will be
Yeah.
correct.
So all the options, so you can put into one bracket. Okay. Uh,
Okay.
where is your code?
But
Okay. So
still I am getting the same error, particularly for
So
sex, where it is showing sex is equal to M is an error.
okay, ma'am.
Two,
Yeah.
three
Okay.
errors.
Okay. So ma'am, I know you have written in three different statements. Okay. No issues. No issues. No issues. Okay.
I can write the
I'll
code
just
in like
copy. Yeah. Yeah. No problem. I'll just copy this one. I'll just copy your code, sir, and just I will try this one.
Mhm.
Yeah. So-
You have copied my code. I am unable
Yeah.
to
Yeah. It's
see.
not getting copied. Just a moment, sir.
Shall I send you again?
No, no, no. Let me just try here. Okay. One second.
identity section. Nitrogen. Yes.
You are unable to see your other screen.
No, sir. I'm just copying it in another screen. One second, sir. Yeah. So it's not getting no, it's not getting copied directly in the window.
Probably there is only one line. Now you can copy that one line only
Yeah.
and paste it.
Uh,
The
yeah.
top
That's
line.
what. No, no. The code is the entire thing is not getting copied. Yeah.
Yeah, now it got copied.
Yeah. I mean, no, I copied into the notepad and then copied here. Yeah.
Ah, ah.
Yeah. So here, so the condition is what I mentioned. Okay. The condition is
ID, sex, name, and
run the
age.
code with ID as uh okay ID 6 okay age okay and output headset ID only okay yeah perfect yeah this is fine sir okay always so thing is whenever we have um you know because in this we have been using only these five columns but in real time you may have columns it may go up to 1,000 or no more than 1,000 okay so at that time if you want to only consider uh, four columns okay
Mhm.
then you can directly use keep okay
Yeah, but
because
here, out of four columns, we are
exactly
only dropping one. I used drop.
exactly so that's the that's the best way sir okay whenever you have multiple columns and and you want to drop and for example you want to keep in that 1,000 you want to keep all 990 and you want to drop only 10 so in that case drop is the best way to apply okay so that's the so that's the logical way sir
Mhm.
and remove brackets here. There is no god of end. Okay. We see here. The first one is drop. Okay.
Mm,
Drop salary. Where ID equal to this is nice. This is fine. ID equal
mm.
to okay. So I told you right, sir. Whenever you have something, whenever you have multiple data points, always use in. Right?
Okay. But
Right?
in is for right from, it will take 02 also, no? If I use in.
No, you're mentioning in 001 and 003, right, sir? There is no point of
Okay.
greater than, right? Yeah, you're mentioning only to consider only these 2 points, data
Hmm.
points, right? These 2 observations. Mentioning
Hmm.
where equal to ID in this so and so.
Hmm.
Okay. And you want, and here you want other condition is and sex equal to. Okay. ID in and sex equal to M and age greater than equal to 23, right? Okay. 23, right. Okay.
Then it will be only one. Oh, right. Brackets are
Drop
correct.
salary where ID in 001, 003, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay, we got only one record, it seems.
Hmm.
Yeah. So in this way. So uh, if you see here, we have dropped salary where ID in 001, 003 is x equal to M and age. Okay. You see here, you have used end in between.
Hmm.
Okay. So it's not about end. So end is always for different conditions. Okay.
Hmm.
If you observe
Okay.
here, if you observe in the above example, we have used end for different conditions. So
Hmm.
different conditions in the sense. So we have used age and sex. So these are 2 conditions, right, sir?
In that case, if we want from 001 to 003, I want 002 as well. Then how to write?
ID greater than or equal to 001. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, same thing for age, right? If you see here, I
Hmm.
want age 23, 21, 27, 20, 34.
Hmm.
Then what you will do? Greater than or equal to 23 or
Got
21,
it.
right? Same thing. Yeah. So you have mentioned, so you have to mention, so what you have mentioned? So you have mentioned, okay. So as I said previously, all the options should be enclosed in brackets. The
Hmm.
bracket is fine, but here that is missing. That's missed out. End is only used whenever you have conditions. Okay, multiple
Hmm.
conditions. Okay, so
Okay.
drop equal to sal space where equal to so and so. Not here end. So
Uh,
you're using multiple data points, so you have to mention comma and in.
in.
So it's equal.
Yes.
So here end. So here it should be
True
end
domain.
here. End here. So that's equal to m age greater than. Yeah. In this way. In this way,
Right.
now you can complete this entire condition in one statement.
So here
Hmm.
003
Yeah.
after it will not bracket or
Sorry, ma'am.
001 and 003 like after this like bracket
No, no.
or just
Yeah. So
Yeah, we
here,
have to close the bracket at 003.
yeah. So that is fine, but you have to enclose this, this 01 and 03, even those are in brackets because you are
Hmm.
mentioning in, right, ma'am? So,
okay.
whenever you mention in, so that particular data point should be in brackets.
Yeah, sure. But after like 003
Yeah, it should be
like
closed, right? It should be, eventually closed, right, ma'am? Whenever you open something, it should be, eventually closed, right? The same thing.
No,
One
in
one
the
open
upper one,
bracket,
you are closing it at the end.
yeah. Two
Now,
open brackets
after
and
ID dot in 001 comma 003, then bracket has to be closed
yeah,
there, right?
these 2 brackets are fine, ma'am. So you have 2 brackets over here. These 2 are fine.
We
Okay.
are talking of 213 line number.
Okay. So
Line number 213,
one
after
second.
003, there should be a
bracket.
closed bracket.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. Let me share my entire screen. I thought my entire screen is being shared.
Your entire screen is shared. Only we are
No, no,
talking of line number 213.
no, no. No, I'm just looking at the chat window. So can you see my chat window, sir?
No, we can't see your chat window.
Yeah. One second. Let me just. It's not being shared. Just stop sharing and share it again. Okay. Yeah. So, ma'am. So how about now, sir? Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Fine.
screen we
Yeah.
can see, but your chat we can't see.
So now, can you see my chat window?
No.
Not now. Why is it happening?
Probably your chat window will not be visible to us, and that would be the settings.
Yeah. I mean, I shared all the window to be shared. That's okay, sir. Yeah. I just copy everything in the chat window. Yeah, ma'am. So, ma'am, this is your code, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you mentioned keep ID, sex, name, and
Yeah,
age.
I
That's
can
okay.
just use the drop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Drop. You can directly use a drop here. So where sex equal to M, this is fine. Okay. Okay, this is fine. And where ID in is 001 and 003. Okay. So this one, it should be enclosed in brackets. Okay.
Okay,
Three
okay.
brackets
Mhm.
are open. Three brackets to
Yeah,
be
one, two,
closed.
three. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. So these three can be, fed into one option.
So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
understood. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is the way, thing is you can just easily use, but always know, so, always, remember that, here's example. Yeah, here's example. Okay. So always, remember that, these options work in the alphabetical order, sir. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So if you see, we have options called, uh, keep, drop. Drop comes first, keep then next, rename next, where next, in that way.
So we have to use in alphabetical order only.
Exactly. At that time, it works. For example, if you drop salary here, and even you're mentioning salary and sal greater than equal to 45,000. Let's see if it works or not.
This will work.
Variable is salary is not in the SAS file because we already dropped
We
it
have dropped it, right?
right
We
at the
have
start.
dropped it and we're again asking for sale.
Right, right. That's what it doesn't work in that way. Okay. For example, if I drop at the end, okay, where,
Now
where,
it will
where,
work.
where, 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 where?
Till nothing will come.
1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, let's see.
Till nothing will come.
No, 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 sir. That's what, sir. That's what I
Mm.
said. It works in alphabetical order. Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. Drop come first, then where?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So until now, so always remember that. So this works in the options work precisely in the alphabetical order. Okay.
Got it.
Yeah. Yeah. So same thing with the label. The next one is infile statements. So we have dealt with infile statements, right? Right,
What
ma'am.
segment? Sorry.
Infile
In file.
statement. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah. So we are done with the data step. I mean the data statement. So after that we have infile statement. So where it is used to read the data from an either from an external source or the raw data in terms of data lines. Right, sir? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is a complete different topic. So we deal with this in the tomorrow session, sir. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So till now, just practice these. I see these are easy options, but yes, do practice.
Yeah.
No, do a
Can
little
you
bit.
get the handout for this?
Yeah, handout is already there in the shared drive, sir. Okay. Yeah, handout
No,
all.
shared drive.
Hmm?
Actually, there is not even a single handout in the shared drive. Only videos are there.
No, no, I have
You
given
have
you.
given it in the you have
Yeah,
given it in the chat,
yes,
which I
yes.
have taken.
Okay.
So that has this as well.
No, even no, I gave you all the handouts till I have mentioned for the first batch. I have loaded all the handouts into
You have
the
handout.
share
I
share
think you
drive.
have
Hmm?
no shared drive. There is nothing. I can show you if you want my screen. There is
Okay.
nothing in the shared drive, but in the chat you have given. one handout. There was second one. I don't know if second one also a handout or not. But
Okay. Ma'am,
last Thursday, Friday handout I have seen.
do you have it, ma'am?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I have all the
Okay.
handshots.
You have it in share
Share
drive?
drive. Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah, I have.
No. Then why my share drive I am unable to? I'm seeing only videos.
So I know I have shared two share drive locations, two share drive paths.
One handout and one like
One
recording.
recordings. Yes, yes, yes.
Can you also again share for
Yeah,
the handouts?
yeah, I'll do it. No, I'll just ping you in the WhatsApp. Yeah,
Yeah, fine.
yeah.
So
So we'll
Rajesh,
connect tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am. So you
I have a question. So yeah, yesterday I was trying